Yeah, Gray, that ground stop now in effect specifically because of what happened, because of that plane crash. Like you said, we're just learning details about what type of plane. We know that this is a Learjet, that this was a service mission, rather. It is a medical jet, if you will. So what we're hearing now, though, is we're starting to learn that there were more people on board. I am now hearing from multiple sources that it's up to 6 people that were on that plane. Now,
Breaking tonight, we're getting some word out of northeast Philadelphia of what's believed to be a small plane crashing into a number of houses there. Waiting for some pictures there. I think we have them coming to us from Fox 29 in Philadelphia. Fires burning in multiple spots. If you know that area, northeast Philadelphia, Cotman Avenue and Roosevelt Boulevard. We're being told by Fox 29 that multiple fires are burning. There are pieces of what appears to be this airplane scattered here. That's from Steve Keeley, one of the reporters from Fox 29 on the ground. You can see some of the fires there. Authorities closing off those areas. We're trying to get word of casualties. We don't have any official word from authorities yet, but let's listen in to Fox 29 as they're reporting this live. Just happened a few minutes ago.
That plane was going straight down at an angle. Wow. That was going fast, too.
He said he smelled jet fuel here. Steve, are you there?
I'm in the middle of the smoke now, Jason.
A few minutes ago.
Breathing in this area.
Right here on this left side.
Jet fuel here. Steve, are you there?
That was
I'm in the middle of the smoke now, Jason. I was trying to go back to get a closer look at the car parts, and the smoke is blowing along the ground. And I see a Philadelphia Gas Works truck just showed up because I'm told that a gas line is. So now the flames are on a house. That's what they're doing. A house is on fire. The corner house. I don't know what side street it is. It's right out the drive mall. There is flames shooting out the roof of a house. The flames have now gone up to at least 2 floors. I can't tell if that's a 2 or 3 floor house. But that is now the latest. And these flames are getting worse coming out of this house now, Jason. But the fire department is right on the scene. They were right there, and I did not see a house on fire initially. So
I noticed there's a lot of officers and fire out there. Looks like they're quickly blocking everything off so nobody messes with anything and nobody else gets hurt. Right now, from what it sounds like, okay, a plane crashed into a mall. I'm thinking some debris landed on some houses, started a fire, and now it's getting pretty crazy.
Across. That's right. So what you're hearing is everybody just trying to look out for my own good, clear out. All right, so Jason, now it's complete. I can't even see right now. It's complete black. All I see is a flickering red light or so, and now I can see some more flames on the street, but this is still not under control by any stretch. And like I said, multiple fires, and then it wasn't just vehicles. There's at least one house on fire as well. I'm moving just to get out of this smoke, number one.
That is traveling so fast.
A little more, so.
And Steve, you mentioned when you first got there, you said you saw plane parts.
Yeah.
Did it? Can you tell what size plane by the parts you saw?
And these parts were not big. And like I said,
it's hard to tell if it's a small, medium, or big plane because of the distance of the video, it's kind of hard to relate how big it is. I mean, from the sounds of the guy, it almost sounds like it's a small plane, but I mean, that thing's traveling so fast. That thing was traveling so fast.
I got out of there, but in the one video I sent back, you'll see that, and I had no idea what it was. It just because it was, it wasn't anything that you could identify. Let me put it that way. It didn't look like airplane parts, and the biggest part I saw was like 2 feet by 2 feet. So it looked like insulation. It looked like something from a house.
Well, it very may well have been. It looks like, as you mentioned, a house was on fire. Every firefighter in the area, I've got to imagine, is there, along with a cop. And, we have no word on any injuries or fatalities. We have no word on what kind of plane this was. And we showed a doorbell video, if you're just joining us, a doorbell video from about a half a mile away, I'm assuming.
All right, that is right there? No, but the side street.
Oh, the side? I'm not really.
Yeah, but
side street.
But you saw all the fires
I
here.
saw all the fires. Yeah, it was crazy, man.
And what was the reaction of everybody in the cafe and all around
Oh
here?
man, everybody ran, bro. Everybody ran. They left. And who wouldn't leave?
How did you finally hear about it being an airplane?
Oh, it was crazy, man.
You see all the parts in the parking lot next to the cafe here?
Yeah, not the parts per se, but I just see fire, man.
Yeah.
Smoke, everything.
All right.
I wonder if every plane has the black box where it basically records everything the pilot is saying over with the air traffic controller, because they're gonna find it. If it's a plane, they're gonna find it, and we're gonna find out what happened, what was going on. This is wild.
No, it came out the sky. It came out the sky. Oh my God! What is it? A plane? It just came out that sky.
Jesus. People need to get away from there.
No, it's a car. They house on fire. Is it a plane or a car? Oh.
God bless anybody that's injured or deceased from this. Jeez, this is getting crazy.
Unbelievable night here in the city of Philadelphia. Some new information coming in from ABC News now. ABC News reporting that Jet Rescue Air Ambulance was operating that Learjet 55 that crashed here in Northeast Philadelphia. Again, we should tell you that Governor Josh Shapiro, of course, heavily aware of this situation. He's saying earlier tonight that his team is communicating with local officials and first responders, offering all Commonwealth resources as they respond to this small plane that went down there in Northeast Philadelphia around 6:30 p.m. We know it was en route to Springfield Branson National Airport in Missouri, and we saw Annie at Northeast Philadelphia Airport where that ground stop is now in effect. So we know this is a plane that was on a medical mission, and she alluded to the fact that this is already heartbreaking and shocking enough, but to think that possibly there were patients on that plane en route to try to get some help, and then this happens. That plane goes down right there in Northeast Philadelphia. Put a ground stop there. Bring us up to speed on what you're learning.
Yeah, Gray, that ground stop now in effect specifically because of what happened, because of that plane crash. Like you said, we're just learning details about what type of plane. We know that this is a Learjet, that this was a service mission, rather. It is a medical jet, if you will. So what we're hearing now, though, is we're starting to learn that there were more people on board. I am now hearing from multiple sources that it's up to 6 people that were on that plane. Now, when you look at a number of those apps that they have, those flight tracker, there's a couple different types, you can actually see the plane when it took off and how short of a time that it was actually in the air. It looks like it maybe was only in the air for about 6 minutes. And, you know, when you're in the air, Cottman and the Boulevard is not too far away from where the Northeast Airport is. So at this point, I can tell you too, and some people we're talking to here, is that the conditions for flying seem foggy. from where the Northeast Airport is. So at this point,
Oh,
I can tell you
Lord,
too,
Lord.
and some
Okay,
people
so
from where the Northeast
I know this. I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful with people that passed away in this plane, but I'm trying to look at the trajectory of how it landed. That's why I'm playing it back so many times.
Airport is.
So it looks like a cloudy day as it is there, and it looks like it's coming at an angle.
So at this
It's so hard to tell.
point, I can tell you too, and some people
It
are
almost
talking
doesn't even look
from
like a
where the
plane.
Northeast Airport is. So at this point, I can tell you too, and some people we're talking to here is that
Jeez.
the conditions for flying seem foggy and rainy, even just before 6 p.m.
Foggy.
It appears that this flight took off around 6:06 from Northeast Airport. I can tell you that
6
Philadelphia
minutes in the
police
air?
are here. Detectives right now are in the tower talking to air traffic controllers up there, trying to get all of those details. And there is a small police presence here. Of course, a number of the private airlines that are private airports here that take off right now. Right now, they have people that were waiting for flights that have gone home because of the ground stop as well. So at this point, it is quiet at Northeast Airport, eerily quiet. But again, we're still learning more about that information. When you talk about those medic jets, they could be for a variety of reasons. It could be because they're transporting something important, such as organs, if somebody needs a transplant, or it could be to actually transport a patient and taking that patient to get medical care that maybe they couldn't get in this area. And like you said, it appears that this.
Okay, guys, this is sad. Another plane crash situation in Philadelphia. I'm gonna keep seeing what's going on with this and what caused this plane to go down after 6 minutes in the air or a couple minutes in the air. So it sounds like it's a medical plane transporting some type of medical equipment or organs or something. I don't know what's going on with the airplane situation. They just signed an executive order to basically make sure everybody knows what they're doing at these positions, either at the tower, on the plane. Everybody needs to have good communication coordination. I don't know what's going on here.